All right, Shalom. This is Kanak Sa'an Banya Sha'ala from the GMS Lions Den camp. Coming with a short, brief lesson on pride because it seems to be a very issue coming up. Been watching people's videos and stuff like that, seeing what's going on in other camps, and it seems like there's a bit of pride and arrogance on some people, not necessarily in GMS, but I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. I'm not singling anybody out, but it's just a spirit that I noticed been lingering around. If you have any ounce of this spirit anywhere lingering around, you need to get rid of it because pride and arrogance is one of the most worst things that you can have dwelling among you. That type of spirit, usually that's the spirit that comes up before something is divided or is taken down. All right. With that being said, I want to give all glory and praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and salutations to the Akim that are out there on the four corners of the earth, spreading this truth and sincerity in the truth. All right. And to the Aqua that are sincere and believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. This is Psalms 10 and 2. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. All right. Well, we all know that's talking about Esau. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be taken in his own wicked devices. But let's, like, you know what I'm saying, look at it even further when it says the wicked in his pride do persecute the poor. Now, I've seen in situations where you had someone that was a little lower in the spirit or lower in the truth, right? That might not know as much as on the breakdowns and on the scriptures or on the Hebrew or on anything like that. But I've seen where people that have been in the truth longer and knew a little bit more would rise up against it. It's like totally just come at him, you know what I'm saying, and tarnish the brother's spirit by, like, you know what I'm saying, pointing out the things that he doesn't know or treating him like he's nothing because he hasn't been in the truth that much. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, just because you're richer in spirit than this individual and he's poorer in spirit than you, the Most High can change that instantly. So don't think because you know a little bit in the scriptures that you know what I'm saying, that you some great person or some great prophet, man, because the Lord can take that away at any given time. All right. Psalms 10 and 3, for the wicked boasteth in his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. So, you know what I'm saying? So, the wicked, man, boast in his heart's desire. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to boast and brag in anything except for, you know what I'm saying, boast and brag in the Lord, in the spirit of the Lord, but not against one another, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, we're supposed to not be in contention with each other. When we see somebody that's lower or in spirit or doesn't know as much as you do, we're supposed to be charitable and lift them up, because the scripture said knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth, you know? But next scripture is 1 Corinthians chapter 8. All right. Now, 1 Corinthians 8 and 1. Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. All right. This is a key point. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. Right. And if any man think that he know anything, it's like if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know. So just because you feel like you know more than this brother, you don't know nothing. We're all in this trying to gain knowledge and trying to gain the understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That doesn't, just because you might have been in the truth longer than somebody, or you know what I'm saying, just because you out here, I mean, it is a gift to be able to go out there on the highways and byways and have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? However, we don't know who the elect are. We're out here fishing for the elect, so you can't be like looking at individuals and looking down on them. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what they do on their own spare time. We don't know what they teach or not. We don't know what their calling is. So we won't know until that day comes. So we could be pointing at the elect and say, you 2/3, you nigga, and he might be one of the elect. He might be higher in stature than you are in the kingdom. We don't know, because the Most High appoints, you know what I'm saying, his government. You know, the Most High is going to appoint his government. He's going to pick and choose the levels of everyone in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? All right. This is going to be real short too, straight to the point. Not, you know what I'm saying? pretty much all the stuff everybody knows. It's just like sometimes things need to be brought out in the open again from time to time. But next scripture is Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. All right? Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall, man. So when you see that pride thing coming in the air, that spirit in the air, 9 times out of 10, something's going to be cut apart, split apart, or crumbled or destroyed when that spirit comes up. You know what I'm saying? So when we see that, we should be mindful of it. And sometimes brothers will have that spirit and not even know it. Man. We need to be, you know what I'm saying, we need to be more mindful of what spirit that we're in. And if people step to you about it, if brothers step to you about it, you gotta be willing to accept, you know what I'm saying, what they're talking to you about, man. But if you can't see it and that pride issue is there, when brothers step to you, you know what I'm saying, to tell you about that issue, you're not gonna obtain to wise counsel, man. You know? You're not gonna, because that pride is in the way and it won't let you see, you know what I'm saying, the issues that are at hand. So we gotta pray day in and day out, man. We gotta pray day in and day out that we don't, you know, fall a victim to that type of pride issue. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people coming in these camps, ain't been in the truth that long, and they wanna they wanna become the head of the camp all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I mean, we need to know what our place is and stay in that place. We need to stay in the proper order. We need to stay in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right? And I've been noticing some people are not in that spirit, man. They're too busy trying to either make a name for themselves or take a name away from somebody else. Or, you know what I'm saying, envious of certain things, jealous of certain things, or sometimes that pride issue comes that when people are tired, man. They ready to get up out of this shit, man. So pride gets in the way. They feel like, you know what I'm saying, they shouldn't have to be going through this shit no more. They mad because Jake's out there having fun while we out there teaching. But it is what it is, man. We're supposed to endure this to the end, man. And don't let pride get in the way. Let me see what scripture, that last scripture I read. What was it? It was, yeah, I already read that one. Okay. Next scripture is Proverbs 15 and 31. All right. The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. He that refuseth instruction despises his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction, and honor, and before honor is humility. So you're not going to be able to receive that honor from the Most High, man, unless you humble yourself and become low first. Don't exalt yourself, man, because if you exalt yourself, what is the Most High? How is He going to exalt you? I mean, you can't even exalt yourself anyway, because who are you? We're nobody. We're nothing, bro. We're nothing but servants to the Most High, man. To Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know? But read it again. The ear that heareth the reproof of life abideth among the wise. Right? He that refuses instruction despises his own soul. And what's going to cause you to refuse that instruction, man? That being proud. Pride is going to stop you from receiving your blessings, man. Pride will get missiles shoved in your ass. Like bottom line, man. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? You can't get there's no other way around it. All right, next scripture. Proverbs 18 and 12. Before destruction of the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. You know, that's basically backing up that last scripture. you know, because before a lot of these people that were in the truth fell out the truth, man. Before they fell out, they got a prideful spirit on them. They started going against the elders, going against the heads of the camp, teaching a different doctrine, wanting to exalt themselves for their own personal gain, man. And that's the pride that got in the way, that stopped them from receiving their blessings and got them, you know what I'm saying, thrown out of the truth, pretty much. Next scripture is Sirach 1:30. Exalt not thyself, lest I fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so Yahweh discover thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. And that's what it is. I mean, you might think you're sincere, or you might even appear to be sincere, but when you have that pride in the way, bro, man, everything that's coming out your mouth is pretty much vanity, man. Because Most High don't deal with proud men, man. You see, you put that proud spirit on Esau. You see what he's gonna do to Esau, man. The arrogant people, man. The Most High don't deal with them, man. Most High don't deal with arrogant individuals, man. Next scripture is hold on. Okay. Next scripture is Sirach chapter 10, verse 13. For the pride is the beginning of sin. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abominations. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. The Lord has cast down the thrones of the proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. The Lord has plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. All right, so the proud nations are the other nations, and the lowly are the children of Israel. So we're supposed to have that lowly, humble, meek state of mind, bro. That's the type of spirit we're supposed to be in, and we're not supposed to have any arrogancy within us at all, man. You know, these other nations are going to be overthrown, thrown down in their arrogancy. So you'll get caught up in their same calamities by having that proud, arrogant spirit, All right, let me see. Keep going. The Lord overthroweth countries of the heathens and destroyed them up to the foundations of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and hath made their memorial to cease from the earth. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of women. So we ain't supposed to be all, you know what I'm saying? Wickedness will make a righteous man mad, vexed or whatever, but we're not supposed to have furious anger, you know what I'm saying? Especially when we're out there teaching, man. They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are dishonorable seeds. They that transgress the commandments are deceivable seeds, right? Among brethren, he that is chief is honorable. So are they that fear the Lord in his eyes. See, that shows order. Among brethren, he that is chief, that's basically talking about the head of the camp, or the elders. Among brethren, we're a brotherhood. Among brethren, he that is chief, the head one, there is honorable. So we give them double honors to the elders that rule well, man. So there's no pride in that. Yahweh Shai had no pride whatsoever, man. He used to wash the feet of the disciples, man. Would y'all wash your elders' feet? You know what I'm saying? The elders had the spirit. They would wash the brothers' feet. Depending on how y'all feet smell, because some of y'all feet be stink though. But anyway, that's another story. Just making jokes. But this is Sirach 10:21. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority, but roughness and pride is the losing thereof. Man, so when you have that pride that's built up, your divine wisdom is turning into carnal knowledge. And the fear of the Lord is being taken away from you. Now, with that being said, you might still know the scriptures, you might still understand the scriptures, and you might still be out there teaching, right? But you are an abomination to the Most High if you have that pride within you, man. So you need to purge that out. That pride and that arrogance, you need to purge that out. Just because you know the scriptures don't mean that you're a delightful sight in the eyes of the Most High, man. Because like the fear of the Lord goes before the obtaining of authority, but roughness and pride is the losing thereof. So roughness and pride, you're going to lose that fear of the Lord, and you're going to lose that authority if you have authority. You know, next scripture is, let me flip this around. Next scripture is Isaiah 13 and 11. I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I mean, that's talking about Esau, but you got some of my people that falling right in Esau's footsteps, man, being proudful, thinking they the shit. You ain't shit, bro. We ain't shit, man. We ain't shit till we get into the kingdom. Until the Most High tell us we some shit. Until then, we ain't shit, man. You know? Next scripture is Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, right? And the evil way and the froward mouth do I hate. Pride and arrogancy, man. That's what we're supposed to hate. Pride, evil, pride, and arrogancy, man. So if you have that spirit on you, man, we're supposed to hate that, bro. You know? We're supposed to hate that. You know? It just is what it is. And last scripture is going to be 1 Samuel chapter 2. All right. All right. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 3. Talk no more so exceeding proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. He's a God of knowledge. He's the author of this knowledge, this wisdom that we have. All right. And he weighs the actions. So arrogancy should not, and pride, and boastfulness and pride should not be coming out of our mouth, man. Bottom line. With that being said, I want to give all glory and praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. All right. And salutation to the Akim that are out there on the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. Right. And double shalom to the Akwa that are out there that believe in the men of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And double honors to the heads of these camps, these elders that, you know, sometimes don't get the recognition that they deserve, but they still stay humble and meek, right? And in a lowly state, in a very lowly state, man. And they're going to be the ones that, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai exalts. With that being said, shalom.